all the scheme, misrepresentation, or suppression of the truth may result from a scheme designed for such purpose, as when the creation of a false impression requires the concerted action or conspiracy of two or more persons who indulge in the production of a sort of dishonest playlet, as when several employees of a jewelry store combine their efforts to give the seller of a ring the impression that the ring is less valuable than it actually is. Now, perhaps the clearest example of a scheme in the context of fraud is the classical one reported by Cicero, where the seller of a waterfront villa, in order to make a prospective buyer believe that fishing was good in that area, a matter whose decisive importance for the buyer was known to the seller, made arrangements with the owners of several fishing boats for them to sail in front of the villa where the buyer was inspecting it. An effective scheme may consist of less elaborate... hang on here just a second. A less elaborate... a scheme of two or more persons, less elaborate maneuvers, however, thus intentional alteration of business records in order to complete an impression of the financial situation. Is that false assertion? Yes. Cost. Wait a second. Did page 54? Yes. Objectives. Was this page 53? Yes. Yes. A value of inventory. Well, how come? Hang on just a second here. Civil code. Yes. Elaborate. Maneuvers. However, thus intentional alteration of business records in order to create the impression that the financial situation of certain concerns is better than actually is. Misrepresentation made through a scheme. Yes. Now, let's say there was a scheme of individuals that conspired to have me put into a mental institution. Now, I wasn't in Brennan, Washington. No. I wasn't in Sequim, Washington. No. And you all got paid as a fraud on the court to have a mental health. Now, I'm thinking that every judge in Clallam County can go to prison today as long as they know about the misrepresentation of my mental health because they would not acknowledge my rights as a citizen. Pooch. I think that every judge needs to go to prison. Now, do you not see the scheme of two or more individuals conspiring to have a person admitted into a mental institution against their will and then administering involuntary psychotropic medication? Now, as a police department, I've informed you that you got emails on June 16th of 2017. I informed you that my rights were being violated on November 20th of 2015. Pooch. I informed you that without the acknowledgement of the petitioner, you can't issue a court order. I informed you that it's a forgery of the ex-officio Superior Court clerk and officer of the court. And every individual employed in the court as an officer, all attorneys involved, there's that attorney oath of office. Yes, having knowledge of fraud of the court could mean that you could get sued for violating your attorney oath. Oh my gosh, look at that. Then there's the oath of admission. Poo-poo! For every attorney that has been admitted to practice law in the Supreme Courts of every state of the United States. I'm telling you, you're accessory to the crime. No, I know. Why don't you end your civil conspiracy of scheming, maneuvering, and enforcing what you know is a lie because you did not do what the... I will sue every attorney of the United States for having knowledge of crime, because it's in violation of their attorney.